Alright, what's up everyone? Welcome back to the channel and good afternoon. It's 10 to 2 on Saturday afternoon and yeah, I'm ready to drop the next video. So I'm just currently sitting here at the moment and I've got a bottle of Banks Bitter open. I poured myself out a little jug because I don't drink out of big pint glasses when I have bottles. I like to top it up a bit more, you know, from when I bring it down a little bit. But this Banks is bitter, obviously. They're amber bitter. It's 99p in Lidl's a bottle, and they're 500ml. So if you're a fan of amber bitter or any bitter at all, pop down to your local Lidl's. You're not going to spend a lot picking about 5 bottles up. That will cost you about £4.98, just under £5. And you can keep yourself some drinks at home for when you feel like pouring yourself out something at a certain time and having a little drink. It's at a percentage of 3.4, so it's not actually too high. So it's quite a nice little bottle to drink if you fancy a casual, you know, a casual drink at a certain time. If you don't want to pour yourself out a cup of tea or have a glass of water or anything like that. But yeah, if you want to try it out, pop down to your local Lidl's. I highly recommend it. I buy most bottles all the time I'm in there. So yeah, anyway, shameless plug over. Let's get into the video. So today, before we go and talk about what we're going to talk about, let's jump over, check out what the fair use terms are and get you all up to scratch with that, and then we'll be right back. Okay, YouTube. The concept of fair use in the UK uses a framework called fair dealing under the Copyright Designs and Patents Act 1988. Fair dealing allows certain non-commercial uses of copyright protected work without permission for purposes like research, private study, criticism, review, quotation and reporting current events. Fair dealing is more specific and requires that the use is reasonable, necessary for the purpose, and does not negatively impact the copyright holder's market for the work. So, as you can see there, you are able to, and you have the freedom to use anybody's video, whether a channel's big or small or anything. You can take somebody's content, and as long as you do it within the parameters of the YouTube fair use policy that they implemented, you have no issues. Now, you're free to react, you're free to criticise, you're free to point out mistakes, you're free to comment, say anything you want to say about the video. As I said, as long as you're within the guidelines for the fair use. Now, a lot of people seem to take offence to what is said about their videos. Now, there's a lot of fakers out there and they don't like it when they get called out. They're using software editing, masking techniques and other things to make these videos look real. And when you come across a team that go out ghost hunting and they walk into a place and within seconds of them actually arriving there, things start flying around the room, things start falling off, things start getting, you know, things start happening. And that is looked at as unbelievable by the debunking community, because most teams that have gone out there to look for something don't get any of this activity all night. And for some of them to actually have things happen as soon as they get in, something dodgy is going on. And when they get called out for it, the first thing they do is they send all their fans, subscribers and everything like that over to this channel that's reacted to their video to give hate, toxicity, leave nasty comments, do this, do that. But what they don't realise is all these people like Beardo, for example. I know we mention Beardo a lot. I don't think the others do this, but Beardo has an extensive set of screenshots saved and filed from everybody who's come over after he's reacted to a video, and he has those ready should he need them later on. He has all the evidence to go to any authority and start legal proceedings. So you really need to be careful what you're doing. Mythos and Beardo both suffered copyright abuse in terms of strikes. People have disagreed with what has been said with the video, what their comments were, what they've said about the reasons for their feelings on the video being faked and everything else, how they feel they've done it and things like that. And instead of this channel just reaching out and saying, Beardo, I don't like what you've said about my video. My videos are not fake. And you've just, discredited me and pulled this video apart for apparent faking. And I can prove to you via the raw footage that this has not been edited, this has not been doctored, this has not been changed in any way to fool anybody, to make people believe this is real. I know in my heart this is a video that I've made that is legit. And have a decent conversation between the two. First thing they do is go on the attack. As I said, send everybody over to leave negativity, toxicity, hateful comments, nasty comments, everything. And secondly, they use the copyright system as a crutch to block the criticism that comes directly to their video. So both Beardo, with his extensive law background from previous jobs and everything else, he was able to fight it and he got past it. So congratulations to him for getting that overturned. But he's no stranger to drama, no stranger to people, coming over and, leaving silly comments and being nasty and stuff like that. It comes with the territory of being a debunker. You just got to accept that. It's the same with Mythos. Mythos had it overturned. So again, congratulations to him as well for getting away with that. He had that done to him by somebody else who disagreed with the video he commented on. But it's all within the fair use. I'm not sure about Mr. Gray, Kenny Biddle, the Shape, and any other debunkers, Parpol and a few others that are out there. In fact, I said it before, I'm not even sure that Parpol's still debunking. He went away for a while and then he's just come back. So I'm not sure if he's even part of the debunking community anymore. He may be doing his own separate thing. But anyway, what we're going to get into now is Carl from Dark Arts TV. Now, he's done it. He's jumped on the bandwagon of the copyright system and used it in completely the wrong way because he had a disagreement and got upset with something that somebody said or did about his video. If you want to see more, check out Beardo's video. He's covered all this the other day. Beardo Gets Scared. Go check his channel. I'll have a link in the description below. Also, check out Haunted Sessions as well. He's just brought his channel back. He's only been back a few weeks now. He went away for a while and then came back from the shadows into the light again, and he's now mainstream back what he's doing, what he does best. So yeah, again, there'll be a link for his channel in the description as well. He's just covered this issue and that will broaden the horizon for you and you'll be able to find out more of what is going on. But Carl from Dark Arts, this is not a video that's going to be a rant and calling you this and calling you that, because I don't know too much about you. I don't know anything about the videos. I've never watched anything on your channel, not out of disrespect or hate or anything like that. I just haven't checked out any videos that are on your channel. But this is not a video that's going to be screaming and shouting and calling you names and stuff, because I don't do that. And it's not justifiable for me to do that when I don't know who you are and what you're about. All I know is you're about the paranormal. But as I said, I haven't seen your channel, I haven't seen your videos. I only heard about you through the previous videos that have been made from Beardo and Haunted Sessions. So, Carl, I don't know why you feel the need that you have to use the copyright system in the wrong way. You actually said, and it's been mentioned by several people in videos, that any skeptic, debunker or anybody is free, remember you said free, to view your videos and react to them and let them know their opinions, let you know their opinions and how they feel about what they've watched. So you allowed them to do that. You've given them permission when you said, I allow you, any skeptic or debunker, to check out my videos and give me your honest opinion or whatever it is that you said. You have given them the permission to use your content and give you the feedback. And what do when they've done that? They give you the feedback and you hit the copyright and you strike them. And if I'm mistaken, then I apologise, but I have heard that your channel is one strike away from being gone. And also you're associated with a big movie company. So they're part of your environment and everything. So if this smaller channel that is Real Evidence, that's only on, I think, 34, just coming up to 35,000 subs, a relatively small channel, with you at 172, near enough 200, you're not far away from 200 with what you're doing. If this gets overturned and it comes back on you, this third strike could completely obliterate your channel. You'll never be seen on social media again. YouTube will have your channel taken down. So you've made a huge mistake here. And that's not me criticising you, that's just me pointing out a fact. And the other questions are, how are all your fans, all your supporters and everybody who watches all your content, because they are the people that keep your channel going with views, comments, sharing the videos, everything that they do, whether you have a Patreon, whether you have memberships, whether you have all the things on YouTube that provide you with finances, what are they going to say if your channel is obliterated about you? If this final copyright strike gets turned around on you, what are they going to think about you? And the second question is, what are the big movie studio that you are working with going to think if you have this channel removed by one copyright strike, again, as I said, being turned around on you? Are they going to want to have somebody like you working with them again? Are you going to be able to work with them again? You've got to take into consideration the consequences of what could happen. The best thing you can do is apologise to the smaller channel, Real Evidence. Protect your channel by getting in touch with YouTube, if you can, and saying, I apologise, I shouldn't have used the copyright strike in that manner. I abused it. I gave them permission. You've got to be open and honest and say you gave them permission, word of mouth, to say they were free to comment and critique and everything. Your video, you told them that they could do that. And then you hit the copyright strike on them because you didn't like what they said. And that may save you. You may have a harsh penalty when YouTube get back to you, but at least it might save your channel at the time, rather than wait this all out and find out that if this smaller channel gets it overturned, that final strike could be the end of you. That's not a dig at you, Cole. I just want to give you some advice as to how to go about this and try and, get some form of dignity and, think about what you've done and try and repair this damage, because the abuse of the copyright system cannot continue. YouTube are to blame as well. They need to work on how the copyright system is used, when it's used, and what the reason is. They need to assess all this and decide whether they want to proceed with it or decline it. Because if this sort of thing continues, bigger channels just copyrighting, striking everybody that is free for fair use on content, is going to get absolutely slammed every single time. And the other thing is, the fans and the subs and all the other people that watch you and they like your channel, they like your content, they like the paranormal stuff, they like the movie stuff that you're doing with this big movie company and things, they're going to think now that that is the way forward, and they're going to follow in your footsteps. They're going to think that if they, like you, have somebody say something negative or pull apart something in their video or something like that, the best thing to do is hit the copyright strike and use the copyright system in the wrong way. You've set a precedence now for other people to continue with doing what you're doing, and that is wrong. You need to apologise, as I said, to Real Evidence channel. Get in touch with YouTube and see if you can admit that you were wrong and have them rescind this strike that you've put on the channel, and hope that YouTube don't have a harsh penalty for you or even reverse this back on you, which would be the end of you. Anyway, that's going to be it for this video. I hope you all enjoyed it. If you have, don't forget to leave a like down below. Let me know what you think about this whole situation, and thanks for watching. I'll see you all on the next video. Take care of yourself out there in the world, and bye for now. Okay, just a quick update. Post video of what I did about Dark Arts and the copyright system abuse with Real, I said it like it was Spanish, with Real Evidence. Now, a post has just gone out saying that a few people, a small minority, have already started sending threats to parties that had nothing to do with Carl's actions and the copyright that he's imposed upon the Real Evidence channel. Now, YouTube are dealing with this, and he's politely asked people if they will just stop. When you go over and you start sending messages and threats specifically, YouTube do not tolerate that on this platform. So while this is being investigated between Real Evidence and Dark Arts TV, if they pick up on the things that you're doing and you're in violation of YouTube's T's and C's and TOS, terms and conditions, terms of service, etc., you will end up being in trouble as well. So the best thing you can do is stop right now, let YouTube deal with it all, and we will know when an update comes very soon. On that note, I am going now. Have a great day. Take care of yourself out there in the world, and bye for now.